When we first started out with OnlyFans management, we would always complain about our clients not creating enough content, not having enough content to post to Instagram, to TikTok, and we'd always blame it on our clients and say, oh, we're not getting the results because they're not making enough content. But recently, we've come up with a solution where you can get thousands of video clips without needing your client to make the content every single day, be consistent, or any of that, which is usually a huge problem for OnlyFans creators and anyone doing OnlyFans management. And the easiest solution to this is just by making the content agency dependent instead of depending on your client, the creator. And I know it's impossible to create the content without a little bit of help from the creator, unless you're using AI Reels, which is a whole different topic, which I might cover a different day. But in this instance, if you've onboarded a new creator, the first thing, once the OF is optimized, once you've got the content on there, the best thing you can do after that is just get them to create a bunch of raw clips, around 200 raw clips that you can take away. Either if you're a smaller agency, you can edit them, or you can hire an editing team like we've done to actually create the content for the model from the raw clips. This removes all the editing work, all the idea finding or coming up with ideas. It lets them just create a few short, easy to make video clips, give them to you, and you can turn one clip into 5-10 different reels, a bunch of creative different ways to create the content. And you can also choose the niche using clever captions or using trending sounds. So when you do onboard your client, it's important to give them some sort of content guide. So here's a very, very basic example. You can make it way nicer than this. This is just to give you some sort of idea of what you should be doing to get them to create this content. So you can see 200 raw clips guide. Now it is important to mention when you give this 200 raw clips guide to them, they're going to see the big number 200 and they're going to be like, I'm not doing all that work. I don't want to do this. This is too much. So when you first present them this idea, you want to present it from the angle of, you can just create a few long clips and we can turn those 30-second to 1-minute clips. We can turn those into 200 raw clips that are 5 to 10 seconds long. So once you've made sure they know, okay, I don't actually have to make 200 separate videos. I can make like 50 or 30 long clips that can be turned into 200 raw clips. Once that's out of the way, they're on board. You can let them know the clip should be longer than 5 seconds. We're going to cut it down later. Don't worry about it being too long. Make sure there's at least some content there that we can reuse multiple times. After that, it's also important they change their outfit, they change the background. So they want to be in different outfits, different backgrounds, and this is just going to help when you're posting the content, the current fans on the account, they're not going to see you in the same outfit and the same background every single time, and they're going to get bored of the content. So make sure they know to change outfits every 10 to 20 clips, or change background, anything like that. And make sure they just create the content with no background music added. They don't add any edits, they don't add any captions themselves, because that's your job, that's the agency's job, and they don't have to worry about that. They can just focus on making the clips as high quality as possible. After that, you can give them a bunch of different examples. There's 68 examples on here for them to go away and remake content just like this, but in the raw form. So if you see this, all they would do here, they don't need to add the sound that's playing, they don't need to add the captions on top. They can just shoot this raw footage, hand it over, and then with the raw footage, we can go away, make multiple different edits. And you want to choose here from different selections, so like it can be focused on different things. It can be where you can have text on screen that are asking questions. Like, you just want to give them a bunch of different ideas. I'm not going to show you all mine, but you want to take from a bunch of different creators and different niches doing different content styles. And if they create the raw footage for all of this, you can easily have 5 to 10 more. You can easily have 5 more pages running for them automatically without them having to manage, edit, or any of that bullshit. They can just make the raw clips and you can keep them consistent by having an editing team or editing the videos yourself and then posting them for your client. Because your clients sign with you, they've given 50% or even more of their revenue, so it's your job to increase their revenue yourself without them having to do too much work. And another thing you can do is, if we have this great big plan here that I've gone over in other videos, you can add this to part of their plan. And on their content plan, you can have the guide here so they can always go back to it, they know what to make. And then you can link it to a raw footage folder. And anyone on your team is going to know, okay, the 200 raw clips, the edited reels, they're all going in this. We've got account 1, account 2, account 3. When you do create the accounts, it'll have the Instagram name on there, or the niche on there. And then they'll be able to take them and put them into the right Instagram using this little chart here. So you just have the Instagram account linked. Like you can see here, there's an Instagram account linked. There's another Instagram account linked. This means you or your VA will never mess up which reel is meant to go onto which page. So if you think this sounds like a great idea and you want to try it out, but you also want to know what sort of reels we're advising our clients to make, what sort of raw footage we're telling our clients to make. This raw clips guide will be in the free Discord in the link in my description, so just join there. I'll give you the guide, and then you can get started.